In C++, there is this thing known as static versus dynamic linking. This is a very interesting topic because one, it's not really often covered in most courses. They kind of just brush over this. At the same time, it's actually a very important concept that you kind of need to understand at a core level to be considered a good C++ developer. Funnily enough, I have done interviews specifically in C++ before where the engineers would reference stuff like .dll files, and I would just kind of nod along because I didn't really know what it meant, but I finally decided to take the chance to learn it, and I figured, why don't I make a video on what this is so that you guys can also learn. Think of this as a way that when you compile external code, that external code, the way that you import it into your library, can either be statically linked or dynamically linked. If you were to statically link it, the app that you're creating is going to literally copy and paste the functions from the external library. That means that your code is going to get larger because it's basically going to copy and paste. And dynamic linking is when you, instead of just copy pasting it, you store this thing on your computer somewhere. And C++ can say, whenever you use that function, just reference it. Some of the file formats that you might see for static linking is when you see files that end with .a or .lib. And for dynamic linking, you'll see .dylib or .so or .dll. A way to think about it is like, suppose you've got various applications that you're creating and they've got this function called the add function. If your app uses that add function, if you say something like include the math.h file, then it's just going to copy the entire add function over into every single app. But if you have dynamic linking, then your app will not try to copy and paste that code, but what it will do is write this small, think of it like a pointer, and that pointer will point to the dynamic library. So I think a really good way to understand this would be to go through the assembly. Here I've got a main.cpp file and it's including math.h, and inside of the main file I'm just calling a function called add55 and it's going to print the result 10. Now inside of math.h I'm declaring that I've got a function called add, and inside of math.cpp I'm defining what that function looks like. So all this is very straightforward code. Now the important thing here is when we build this project, we can simulate the difference between creating a static versus a dynamic library in our own build so we can see how that would look like. Don't worry about all this other stuff. In fact, you probably don't even have to worry about this at all. The point is I'm just ensuring that the math.cpp file is going to get linked statically. And once you do this, you can make your code. So in order to make this, I made a custom CMake command that's just going to build this. So let's just do make real quick and see what happens. So I've made the application. Now first, let's ensure that it runs. So all I have to do is run the executable, which is inside of the build folder. So I just do that and you can see here that 10 is printed as expected. So the first thing you notice, by the way, is that inside of this build folder, we've got the libmath.a file. This file is actually going to contain the code for add, but because we are statically linking this, app is going to copy everything into application. So the first test we should do is test what happens when we delete this. If we delete this, is the code still going to run? It's not going to reference it, it's copied in there, so it should still run. So I'm going to run the application again, and there you go. So it does actually run. And that's because app itself has the code inside of it. Now what we really want to do is take a look at what happens when we step through this in LLDB. I'm going to run this through LLDB. I'm going to put a breakpoint on main and we're going to start running. Let's zoom out a little bit and here we go. It stopped right on main, and what we want to do is we want to go to this function, this call right here where it's calling add. So I'm going to step to the next line a couple times. And now we are at this line, so I can step into it and let's see what happens. And there you go. You can see here that the assembly code for add is directly linked inside of app. And you could tell that because it's got this app and then it's got this single apostrophe and then it's got the add right here. And that is signifying that because it has been statically linked, it is copied directly into the app executable. So this is what you have to remember, and then we have to compare this with how it looks like when we do a dynamic linking. Let's see what happens. In order to create this dynamically, all we have to do is change this to shared. Now don't actually worry about what CMake is doing because I could probably make a separate tutorial on CMake by itself. The point here is just that we're creating a shared library. We're going to want to do a make clean. And this is going to remove the previous build. Cool. So now let's do make once more. And this time around, what you should see is that there is no .a file in the build, but there is a libmathlib.dylib file. We should see that it runs. So let's do that first. Build up like this, and we've got 10 displayed here correctly. Now let's actually remove this, right? Let's remove the .dylib, and now let's see what happens when we run this. And there you go, you get an error. And that's because the app executable does not actually have the add function code inside of it. It is referencing the add function from the .dylib file. So that's exactly how static and dynamic linking works. So real quick, let's go back to the README here. So in the static case, we've literally copied the assembly or whatever you want to call it, the code, whatever, right? We've copied that directly into the app executable. But here, when we're dynamically linking, we need that dynamic lib file because app is going to reference whatever's in here. So real quick, just to kind of drive this point home, let's make clean and let's make it once more. And this time around, let's go through in LLDB. So here, run this through LLDB, and I'm going to put a breakpoint on main. Now, the first thing here is this line of code right here, which is different from what it was before. Before, it was just add int, but now it says symbol stub for add int. So that's a little bit different. And so let's go to this line and see what happens. All right, so we're at this line of code. Now, let's do SI to step into it. And now we get something interesting. App.add does not have the direct assembly for what we need. In fact, it seems to be going somewhere else. Basically, what you're going to notice is that this is just pointing to the dynamic library, which is why here inside of the build, we need the dynamic library, because if it's not there, it's not going to work. If I do SI, and there you go. Now you can see that we're inside of the add function inside of the dynamic library. So app actually has a pointer that makes it go to this file where the code actually exists. These are just different ways to do things, and in many cases you might want to use dynamic linking, but also static linking is okay if you're just creating personal projects. So there's like pros and cons to this, but in this video I just wanted to go over what the difference actually is and how that looks like in the code when you're stepping through it. And the TLDR is that in the dynamic lib case, the app has a pointer to this dynamic library, whereas in the static case, we have libmathlib.a, and app just copies whatever was in here into the app executable, such that if I were to delete that .a file, it would still work. But in this case, it wouldn't. That's one of the main differences. I just found it very interesting, so that's why I want to make this video. Maybe it's a little bit more in depth than most people on the internet care about, but especially as AI does more and more things, I personally have this need to really understand things because I feel like, at least in my day job, AI does a lot of the work. So when I'm learning stuff, I just learn for the sake of learning. This knowledge, yes, I can get this knowledge from AI every single week. Every single time that this issue comes up, I can ask AI to give me the answer. But now that I know this, I don't need to like query an AI. I don't need to use an external source of knowledge. I have it in my brain. And hopefully, if you've watched this video and hopefully you've paid attention, you too learned something useful. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about in this video, which is just mainly the difference between static versus dynamic linking. If you made it this far, hit the like button and consider subscribing for more random C++ deep dives just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.